building right here, this is when I was first born. This is where my parents were staying. We had an apartment up here in Chateau Reeve, St. Mary's. Um, all I can remember from staying here is a bunch of, I see like angels and stuff singing to me. It was kind of scary, you know. Like whenever I peed the bed or my diaper, I don't know how I got these memories, but I can remember like, or if, I remember one time we had one of those Jack in the Box things or music things that you wind up. I stuck my finger in there, a bunch of moving parts, pinched my finger, a bunch of angels were singing to me. But it's a creepy place to stay, but good memories. There's a bunch of, you know, you look down here, it's a bunch of bushes and stuff down here, but I remember when I was little, I could always see like, I would come up here and look down and see like the trains and stuff down there. Now you can't see nothing no more. But you know, I can still remember that. I had to be like probably 1 year old. I spent like 1 year old, maybe 1.5, maybe 2. I was here. Yeah, this house right here was the second house we lived in. You know, after we left St. Mary's, we moved here. And this house right here, I can remember I had a lot of bad dreams, you know. This is where I first had my first nightmares and stuff. Like I'll be in the living room and the furniture will start moving around and just sliding around the floor, but that would scare me. So then I would walk down in the basement, you know, run down there, and there'll be a fire hydrant in the basement. You know, start flopping around, chasing after me around the boiler and stuff. But you know, what else? Memories. I remember my dad. He had like a van. It was either like a green van or a blue van. I remember that, and I remember I found a tennis racket, and the bandaging came off of it. So, you know, I was playing with it, and I got a splinter in my hand. Those are like some of the only memories I got from staying here. I think I had to be maybe 2.5, going on 3 maybe. Yeah, that's it. I don't even know the name of the street. Yeah, we stayed here. This is Greenberg behind me. Over there by White Plains, Madison Ave. I used to stay in one of these buildings. Only memory I got is like, I don't know, I used to play in the elevator. This kid used to push me around on a tricycle. And of course, you know, I was with my dad. I was staying with my dad. Just him at this time. He didn't have his license. He got pulled over. So like, these Greenberg cops, man, like, you know, they had no remorse. You know, they put him in jail. They took him to the town police station or barracks or whatever, and they, you know, they put him in the cell. But like, I remember they asked for me to go in the cell. Well, they asked me. They was like, "Do you want to go in the cell with him?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'll go in the cell with him." And I remember they got me an orange soda, and I drank the orange soda. It was good. So like, after I drank my orange soda, you know, my mom and my grandmother came to get me, and then I started living here in that back corner, B9. I was staying there with my grandmother and my mom, and I was bored. All I would do was get on my bike and I'd ride up and down the sidewalk and pretend I was like a train or something like that. That's all I was doing. And like, the bike had training wheels because I ain't know how to ride yet. But like, also I had a couple bad dreams. One nightmare, it was like I was running from like the devil, and the devil was chasing me around like the apartment and stuff, but like the devil didn't look like a devil. He looked like the robot from Power Rangers with like the flying saucer head. He was like chasing me around the apartment and stuff, but like, yeah, that's all I remember from here. Yeah, like I used to stay here. Door on the right, 133. You walk up there, you walk up the stairs. As soon as you get to the top of the stairs, it's a bathroom. And then you make a left, and it's the hallway, and then there's a kitchen. You go down the hallway, and there's the room. And then you go to the end of the hallway, and it was the living room. And then if you make a left and keep going, you go up to the attic. But yeah, lots of memories in this place right here. We had these pet mice, and like we had pet mice and a pet cat. And we had the mice on top of a dresser, and the cat, like me and my mom was sleeping in the room. We had like 13, 14 mice. This cat killed, and it had babies. It killed all the babies, all the young ones. What's up? What's up, Craig?
What's up?
Yo, you right next door, right? Oh, this your house right here? I used to live in this house.
Or?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like this like my cat, it killed like all the young ones and just left like the two parents, the only ones to, they survived, and they had more babies after that. But yeah, that's all I can remember. That's back in the 90s or 1990 or something like that. So like my dad could park his car anywhere. He had all his cars in the high school parking lot across the street, and he had mad cars over there. So like, but now things change. But yeah, man. But there's a lot of other stuff I remember in this house too. But this is like when I first started going to school, started going to kindergarten and stuff. Like I was living in this house. Yeah, so like this house behind me, this is on Fremont Street. It's like right behind the high school. And I think I was probably first or second grade, staying here. I done witnessed this place burn down like twice. I'm surprised it's still here. It's still going strong. But like, man, like crazy memories, man. I remember when they had the Gulf War or something like that. Like, I was thinking the war was coming over here, so I was like, Dad, I watched all these war movies, and I was like, Dad, the war's coming over here. How am I get away from these explosions? What else? Like, yeah, 141 Fremont Street. I'm like, the house was gray, then it was beige, now it's blue. It just keep burning down. When I was in there was mad roaches in our apartment. I remember, like my mom, she sprayed the top of the cabinets, and like all the roaches ran down like the wildebeest in Lion King. I remember that. Also, my Uncle Alvin, he used to stay in like the other side too. I remember Rent-A-Center came to our house. Rent-A-Center came, they were like harassing us. But like, yeah, that's about it. And And one of the worst whoopings I ever got was here. This is like the worst whooping I ever got. Like, you know, I got like all back in the 90s. It was like you got E's. E's was good. F's was failing. You get an S for like satisfactory, and I think we didn't get F's. We got U's. So I got a report card with a bunch of U's on it. And yeah, I got the worst whooping. And what else? Second grade. I know y'all remember second grade. Miss Ferrantino's class. She tied me to a chair. Everybody remembers that, so like that's why I ended up getting all those U's. You know, she wasn't gonna give me no S's or no I's. Yeah, that's all, you know, that's all for this place right here. This is 1416 Lincoln Terrace. I was probably like down there in the basement apartment. It's probably like when Lion King, Jurassic Park, all that stuff came out, so that's what I remember from here. So like this was the apartment down here. And this the entrance. We walked in right here, but this the apartment. I walked in, it was a living room. Then you go right, you're in the bedroom. You go left, it was the kitchen and the bathroom. That was the apartment. This is 1396 Lincoln Terrace. Down here, right down the street. Walk upstairs. We was in the upstairs apartment. We walk upstairs, and from what I remember, you turn to the left, it's like a living room. Look to the right, it's a kitchen. You go upstairs, you can go in the attic. Memories I got staying here was like we had a big man. My friends spent the night. I remember Chris Lynch, Merv, Jovan, Carl, and was that it? That was a lot of people to me, but like we had fun though, you know. We was playing Sparkster on Super Nintendo, and yeah, it was fun. But eventually, I had to move. I had to move to Austin.
We have to go to Austin.
That's it. I used to live right here. Yeah, so actually not there. Like over there, that's the Sing Sing State Prison. But I used to stay right behind me. When I first moved to Austin, this is where I stayed, in this building. If anybody else lived here, just write in the comments. You know, all I remember is who was it? Like my mom's friend. What's her name? She had 2 kids, Chad, and my mom's friend Tawala. You know, and they used to have free donuts downstairs, and I'd go downstairs and eat free donuts. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this was right here. This was like a homeless shelter. It was small though. It wasn't. I think it was like 2 floors, and they had a kitchen down below. Yeah, it was fun, but it was lonely. You know, I took the bus all the way from Austin to Peekskill to go to school in Peekskill every day. All the way there, all the way back. Stay right here. A lot of good memories back here. This is a room right here. Stayed in here. A lot of good memories. here with some toys. Went back, got caught. And a few days later, one of my friends, somehow told my mom somehow, and she was, he was over here. They were talking. I was back over there, and I already knew something. I already knew something bad was said. Yeah, I got a whooping for that one. I earned that one. Mama, what happened? My friend Junior, he came back here. Somebody had a German Shepherd, and in the yard over, German Shepherd bit a chunk out of his leg. That's a bad memory, but a lot of good memories here. I remember we ride bikes. We just ride bikes around the prison. And also, this house behind me, that not the skinny one, the thicker one, this is Hunter Street. So I stayed on the second floor with the balcony. Yeah, this is Hunter Street. And it was some good memories here. I ain't like it because I don't know how it is now, but it used to be real dark on this street. So walking home was like, man, I gotta walk home. But like, plus they had like a funeral home down the street too. And then whenever somebody escaped from the prison or whenever they was doing some drills, they was always like, they had the sirens going off. So like, it's like a dark street. And it was, that was scary. What happened? Only thing I can remember in this house is me and my friend, we was, when you're little, you go around gathering all those silver caps off the cars, those silver air caps. So I had collected like a whole box. It had to be like hundreds of these silver caps. I got caught, and somebody came to the house and told my mom. So yeah, I paid for that one. But yeah, good memories. So after the last place that I showed, I ended up moving back to Peekskill in 1101 Brown Street behind me. And I was probably like, in like middle school, 7th grade at the time. But yeah, that, the last place I was at in Osland, CPS came, I had an interview with the CPS lady, and she was asking me like, Mike, you got anything, are you eating? You got anything to eat? And I told her, I'm eating, every day I'm eating, but I think because I was, maybe because I was skinny, she was like, just judging, thinking I wasn't eating, and she asked me, she was like, you want something to eat right now? And I think I was like, yeah. But only because I thought she was going to give me something to eat right there. She was like a white lady in a suit. I thought she was going to give me something to bring me something to eat. And right after that, she took me to live with my grandmother. And behind me. Yeah, I mean, it was some good memories, some bad memories. I had ate a lot of snacks, a lot of Nutter Butters, Twinkies, coffee cakes, ate a lot of coffee cakes, got big, played a lot of Nintendo 64, stuff like that, Yeah, I was up on the 6th floor. I stayed in 6th deep. It's good. Yeah, this right here. stayed in this house right here when I was probably like in what, high school. I live right here on Bellum Street, in the bottom, in the basement. Yeah, this is where I stayed right here. I don't know who live here now. I'm about to get out of here, but yeah, good memories, good fun memories. I think what happened? I came home from school one day. That was when everybody was choking each other to go to sleep, and my friend Breon, Curtis, they were there, and we did it. Well, they did it to me. I took like the 10 deep breaths, and they choked me. And I fell asleep for like half a second. Like I fell asleep for like 1 second, but it felt like I fell asleep for probably like, I felt like I was asleep for a week when I woke up. I felt like I just woke up after centuries. I was only out for like a second. I fell back, got right back up. But you know what else? I had a nightmare that I seen the Grim Reaper. I woke up, Grim Reaper was on the foot of my bed, but it was like cardboard. It was just sitting there like somebody just put a cardboard cutout of the Grim Reaper on my bed. And when I saw it, I took the covers off and I saw him, and I couldn't even make no noise, and I couldn't move, you know. What else? We had a dog named Scully. You know, we couldn't keep it for long, but before we had to get rid of Scully, I don't remember if it was a boy or girl. It got the mange, and it started on his head, and the whole thing went throughout his whole body. But I don't remember, you know, I just know it was put to sleep. Also, I remember one time it was snowing. It was snowing a lot, and we built an igloo right here. Built like a real igloo where you could go inside, climb inside there, and people upstairs had a pit bull, and it would come down, and it was like living in an igloo. So this is the next place I stayed at. 205 Nelson Avenue. I don't remember which apartment I stayed in, but it was on that side. You walk in, you walk on that side. But of course, you know, one of my favorite stories to tell, you know, one of my memories here was it was just a crazy night, crazy day I had. You know, we had these two cats. One all black cat, and then another one was like autumn color, and they had kittens. You know, these cats was jumping all over the place. They had kittens. So I don't know if y'all been in there, but you know, you walk in the house. To the left it's a room, then a bathroom, and if you walk to the right, it's the room and the kitchen, and that was like the whole apartment. But we So my mom and her boyfriend, they had a pull-out couch on the right side when you walk in. And, you know, the couch pulls out, and then there's a mattress. But underneath the mattress, it was like a little bit of room. And the cats had kittens, and the kittens were like underneath the mattress, you know. And I came home and I found that out. I was happy, you know. I'm like, Dad, we about to have like 8 cats, you know. But then I looked, I'm like, Dad, we got like 8 cats. But I'm like, what happened to my paintball gun? What happened to I had a video camera, a paintball gun, and I had a GameCube. That's like all I had. but I came back, all of it was gone. Come to find out, you know, my mom's boyfriend, he took all of it. And he came back, and he actually came back and he acted like he didn't know what happened to it. I knew he had it. So I chased him. The police station's like right down the street. I chased him down the street. He ran the police station, and I ain't get him that day. But a few weeks later, you know, I found him, and he was in the South Street Deli. Messed up the whole South Street Deli. You know, like I think I was only in 9th or 10th grade at this time. You know, he's like 40s, 50s maybe. So like, I walk into the deli, and I seen him walking behind. I seen him working behind he was like behind where the drinks was and stuff. He had like a bald head, and I seen him. He was like, you know, he was back there. So I got like a gallon of water. I grabbed a gallon of Poland Spring water. I went around the back where he was. He didn't see me. And I slammed the Poland Spring, like the whole thing popped on his back. And he got up. We just started fighting. You know, he wasn't getting no hits on me. I was getting all the hits. You know, I'm young. You know, I slammed him. We tore up that whole store. And I was gone before the police even got there. I heard about it from my friend that like the police came and stuff, but like, yeah, that's the only crazy memory I got here. But yeah, good memories. I don't know. Good memory. But I was working at JV Mall and it was snowing. It was snowing so hard that the buses stopped running. So I ended up walking from JV Mall all the way back here in the snow. So like, I moved here with my grandmother, my other grandmother on my dad's side, and you know, we were staying here for a little while before she moved down south to Valdosta, Georgia. And then with me, my dad, my Uncle Ben, we were staying here after she moved out. I was in high school at this time. Shoot, the high school was like right across the street. So, but yeah, you know, my main memory is just the guy downstairs kept hitting the bottom of the floor with the broom because he was saying like I was making too much noise, so I was moving around too much. Yeah, you know, it was fun. I mean, what more could I do? You know, I had, at this time, still had a VCR. I'll just watch VHS tapes. I remember walking in the apartment, get in the living room, like wraps around to the kitchen, and walk down the hallway to the bathroom, and to the left was the room. That was it, but yeah, I think he was on the 7th floor. Yeah, he was on the 7th floor. Yeah, this is it.
Probably put on something. You probably actually. Yo, Mike, look. Mike, look. Hold this.
Let me tell you.
That's how you play Monkey Run. If you run.
This is where I stayed here, moving my aunt Sharon, and my cousin Mookie and Brandon, and we stayed over here. Follow me over this way. This is the park. This is where we stayed at.
Thank you.
Nina, I love you.
Yo, here goes. You guys want burgers? We'll be back. Burgers?
Yeah, mac and cheese.
There's only burgers. I'll get one later. I'll be right back.
One of the best memories is when I used to scare my cousin Mookie.
No, the other Nina. Yeah. I don't think he lived here. Oh. Wait,
Yeah, it was this one right here. Yep, this is where I stayed. Peekskill, Dunbar Heights, 31B. That's the one, but they moved to a different one now in the second court, I think.
Yeah. And right now, this.
Mike, you're
All these woods back here.
turn the camera to us. That way.
All these woods back here. I used to scare my cousin. Michael Myers, Jason would be up there. And we used to watch The Ring. I'll turn on that movie, The Ring.
I hate that
watch
movie.
it.
Ugh,
I watch it at 3 o'clock in the morning.
me so much. 3 a.m.
I scare my kids, scare my cousin with that 3 in the morning. He got me back with it though. That's good, man. I stayed right here. This is like right by the post office. And it was basically like we stayed in a room here. I can't even remember what it's like, but I remember walking inside of the house and I walked upstairs. We walk upstairs and our room was like all the way at the end of the hallway. But I remember you walked to the end of the hallway and there was a bathroom. In the bathroom, I remember the bathroom was like, you upstairs, you walk in, you turn to the right, there's a sink, and you look to the left and there's a bathroom. But, yeah, I probably stayed there like a few months, so it's not a lot of good memories there. That's about it. Here, some good memories. It was me. I was staying here with my aunt Susan, Uncle Fred, little cousin Bootsy, and it was some good memories. It's a lot of. I was in high school at this time, and I remember you walk in, you're in the hallway to the right, the living room, then you keep walking down the hallway, you got the bathroom to your left, then you keep walking, you got the kitchen to your left, you got the bedroom to your left, and you have Bootsy's room now straight. But it was just a lot of, I'd be sleeping, memories, like I sleep on the couch, in the living room, and it was like watching like a lot of the Disney channels, like, shows like Famous Jet Jackson, whatever Bootsy wanted to watch, I had to watch. It's good memories. A lot of play fighting, wrestling with my Uncle Fred. Good memories. riding bikes. Yeah. On 10 Elm Street, I stayed here with my grandfather, Leroy, my Mary, my Uncle Sean. All my cousins lived here. Well, most of them, James, Brandon, Mookie, Carl, John, Daryl. We was all in here having mad fun. We had mad fun. This was it was a fun experience living here. Cause I found, me being an only child, I got that. This gave me the experience to appreciate, living in a house with a bunch of people. It was fun. We had fights, good times. Wore each other's clothes. It was fun. When you first walk in, 910 Elm Street. So you first walk in, and you'll see the living room. Then if you keep walking straight, you go into the kitchen. Then if you go around the kitchen, to the right, there's another room. But coming back to the front door, you walk up the stairs, and when you walk up the stairs, it's like a hallway. You got the bathroom to your right. Then you got, my cousin Maria lived there too. It was Maria's room or James' room. And then you had Grandpa's room to the right. Then you had Uncle Sean. His room's in the middle of the hallway. And then when you walk up, the stairs to the attic. That was John and Daryl's room. But we used to have mad fun. Follow me back here. We used to be on the side of the house. On the side of the house here. There was a TV. We had a TV on the inside. And then we had wires coming out. We had the Xbox. When we played Halo. My friend Juan, Armadillo, all of us, we'll be outside playing Halo with the system link, so that some of us would be in the house, some of us would be outside the house. And it'd be right outside here. Looked like they redid the house. But good memories. Also, right here, this was after I graduated high school. So then I was living here, but not in the house, but my dad was staying with my uncle down in the basement here. I kind of remember the basement, kind of walk down in there, but I didn't really stay there. We had a minivan, and it was parked here in the yard. It had a kerosene heater in there, so I was staying in there. Some boring memories. So I ain't know. I found out. You get older. I found out being in a car or a minivan or anything with kerosene is dangerous because you get carbon monoxide poisoning. I was blessed. We live and we learn. So this house back of me here. This is like my third time living on Lincoln Terrace, living on this street. I lived in the back, in the bottom, in the basement apartment. Yeah, it was weird though. It was a weird setup. Like you walk in, and then you're in the living room, and you walk to the left, you're in the kitchen. But if you walk to the right, you're in the room, which had a bathroom in that room, kind of like a master bathroom in the room. But the room only had it just had a tub. It had a tub and a sink. The other half of the bathroom it had a shower and a toilet in it was in the first part when you walk in the living room. It's like you walk in and then it's like stairs. And it ain't upstairs though, it was just like at the top near the ceiling, it was like a toilet. And yeah, that's how it was, you know. I laughed, but it was interesting though. Ain't even nobody living there no more. But yeah, this is the kitchen window right here. When we come in, you know, I walk down here. Yeah, I walk in, and I walk in here, you know. This is like you walk in and then you see like you're in the living room, and then you'll see some stairs to the left, and it was like a toilet on the ceiling. I ain't even lying, there was a toilet on the ceiling. But yeah, a lot of good, you know, a lot of good memories. You know, it was me and my dad. We was living here, and yeah. So like, you know, one thing I can remember, it's a basement apartment, so. Like always, a bunch of silverfish down here and stuff like that. And all them type of bugs that were like around moisture, bugs that be around moisture, be like 10 times bigger. One time there was a spider. It was this big black spider, like it was like this big, and you know it was coming through the door, like right here. No, it was like it was already on the inside of the door. And it was climbing down, and I'm in the room, and I can see the front door. I'm looking at it. You know, my dad over there sleeping. I'm like, I had to wake him up. He was mad I woke him up for a spider. You know, he from down south, so he was like, oh, why you calling me over a spider? And he grabbed his hat. He had like a regular cap, like baseball cap, and he took it off his head. And he just swapped the spider down like that, and I saw it fall down, and then went back to sleep. And I knew a spider that big wouldn't be killed by a baseball cap, but like it started. I just kept watching that spot for like 15 minutes, and the spider started to crawl back up. I woke him up again. It was like this big black shiny spider, but like he like, this time he grabbed it with his baseball cap and he threw it out the door out here. It landed out here in the back somewhere. He threw the cap out with it, but that's all I needed. Also, there was like, in that tub that was in the room, the other bathroom was just a tub, there was always these baby silverfish coming out of there, you know, and I kept killing them. If I ain't kill them, it would have been infested by like silverfish. I kept killing them. That was my job. I killed every one of them little babies. You know, they never make it out that tub while I was living there. What else? Man, I remember, yeah, my friend, you know, we all be, I mean, we be playing the game and stuff, you know. it's like my friend got mad again. He put a like, so I don't know. I ain't even seen him do it, you know. But there was a big wall. It was a big like hole in the wall the size of a person, you know. But like I said, you know me, I don't believe in messing up apartments. And what else? Also, yeah, my other friend, you know, a good friend. You know, we still friends to this day, but we got into a fight. You know, he was like, "I'm coming to your house," and I ain't, you know, this is back Nextel days and stuff. You know, bleeps and chirps. You know, so I'm sitting there waiting for him, and he get, you know, I fell asleep. And the door was unlocked. He just walked in the house. He was in there standing. I woke up. He was standing there. So like, you know, he picked me up, trashed the whole room. I'm trying, you know, we always used to wrestle. I knew he was a good wrestler, yo. Like, the whole, I'm getting thrown through dressers, everything getting knocked over and stuff like that. And then, you know, this is just me just waking up. He walked outside. He was like, "Yo, come outside," you know. And I went outside, and like outside, like my cousin Brandon was there, and my cousin James was there. And but you know, we ain't jump him or nothing. We just fought straight up, and I ended up breaking his nose. It was like the first time I ever broke somebody's nose. You know, he had to go to the hospital. That was a crazy night, you know, but we made up after that. And also, like, my friend next door, my friend John, you know, he used to always come, any leftover food, he'd come, he'd leave it right here on the doorknob and stuff. But yeah, yo, this what was it, 1460 something, Lincoln Terrace, yeah. This is the hideout. And so I stayed here. This is 769 Elm Street, East Carolina. You know, walk in. Our apartment was to the right. You walk in. You're in the living room. Keep walking past the living room. You're in the hallway. And then at the end was a bathroom to the left. And then you got the room to your right. And then kind of diagonal to the right was the kitchen. You know, that was the apartment. You know, I was in the room. I had the room. My mom slept in the living room. My dad slept in the kitchen, and we made it work. It was all, you know, I'm trying to think what happened. Like, you know, a lot of times, what happened? I remember one time, I had like a BB gun. BB gun went off. Everybody got shot. Nobody got shot in the eye or nothing like that. I remember. We was playing, it was Curtis. Yeah, Curtis got shot with a BB gun. A couple people got shot because, you know, just stuff would happen. Like one day, we was playing a game. We was playing Street Fighter. My friend, he lost a Street Fighter. It's like he ran out. This guy like kicked the whole knee to hold through the wall. I think he was Sagat too. Like a Sagat knee to the wall. And then but yeah, that was you know, there's some good memories here, you know. But it's been a lot of, man, I got like the weirdest stories. But yeah, he even was moving out of this apartment to the place where I lived now for 10 years, you know, moving out. It was, that's like the superintendent, like, I ain't come back in time to get like TVs and stuff I had in there. He like took them outside, threw them outside, broke my TV. Man, I was mad. I came back and then me and my friend Breon, you know, I walked in there and I seen him. He was like painting the wall. So I walked up to him. I asked him. I was like, "You broke the TV?" So I was coming back. Give me like 2 days. I'm coming back. And he immediately, was he? I don't know if he was painting the wall or he was sanding the wall or something. But he grabbed me, took me, and pushed me through the wall. Like I'm inside the wall. Yo, this guy got like pushed me inside the wall, and then as soon as he went to pull me back out the wall, he pulled me out that wall. Started swinging, started punching him in his dreads. I slammed him on the floor, and then he grabbed the box cutter. This guy tried to cut me out with a box cutter, but like the landlord and my friend, you know, they came, broke it up. But like, yeah, that was like the last crazy story here, because I moved out after, you know, that was on the way out. This was like the last place. Which I've been staying here for like the last 10 years. I've been living in the place I am now for like 10 years. So it's been a long journey, but I tell you, this 10 years been crazy too, because it's always crazy. I can never escape. But soon. But because I always got the craziest stories. So always tune in to me for the craziest stories. I'm out.